Yes, that the usual phrase. I'm quite familiar with it. When the police is at fault, it declares that it is on the track, and the government patiently awaits the day when it comes to say, with a sneaking air, that the track is lost. Yes, but they found a corpse, and the general has been killed, and in all countries they call that a murder. A murder, do you call it? Why, there is nothing to prove that the general was murdered. People are found every day in the scene, and having thrown themselves in or having been drowned from not knowing how to swim. Father, you know very well that the general was not a man to drown himself in despair, and people do not bathe in the Seine in the month of January. No, do not be deceived. This was murder in every sense of the word. And who thus designated it? The king himself. The king? I thought he was philosopher enough to allow that there was no murder in politics. In politics, my dear fellow, you know, as well as I do, there are no men, but ideas. No feelings, but interests. In politics, we do not kill a man, we only remove an obstacle, that is all. Would you like to know how matters progressed? Well, I will tell you. It was thought that reliance might be placed in General Quesnel. He was recommended to us from the island of Elba. One of us went to him, and invited him to the Rue Saint-Jacques, where he would find some friends. He came there, and the plan was unfolded to him for leaving Elba, the projected landing, etc. When he had heard and comprehended all to the fullest extent, he replied that he was a royalist, and then all looked at each other. He was made to take an oath, and did so, but with such an ill grace that it was really tempting Providence to swear thus, and yet, in spite of that, the general was allowed to depart free, perfectly free. Yet he did not return home. What could that mean? Why, my dear fellow, that on leaving us, he lost his way. That's all. A murder? Really, Villefort, you surprise me. You, a deputy procurer, to found an accusation on such bad premises. Did I ever say to you, when you were fulfilling your career as a royalist and cut off the head of one of my party, my son, you have committed a murder? No, I said, very well, sir, you have gained the victory. Tomorrow, perchance, it will be our turn. All right. Today's episode is not going to be going into this heated exchange between Villefort and his father, Noirtier. Instead, I'm just going to give you a little background information on how I'm recording this episode, which is awkwardly holding a little cat who wants to be the center of attention. And she has made recording today's episode very, very difficult. Sorry, I'm looking at her, and she wants to be held so much that she doesn't even care what position she's in. Yeah, it was hard to scroll through to even look at what I had to read, let alone repeat it over and over and over again because she kept meowing and purring into the microphone. So these are the circumstances, the obstacles, the heavy oppression that I have to endure while recording one of these episodes. Do you want to say something to everybody? Oh, now you're quiet. Okay, fine. Make me look like an idiot. Oh, boy. Okay, what do we think is shaping up here as the character of Noirtier? We've been talking a lot about Villefort. Let's switch paths and talk about Noirtier for a minute. Doesn't seem like the most caring and loving of fathers. More a colleague of sorts. Someone that you can spar with, that you're often on opposite ends of the spectrum. Doesn't it sort of feel like a Sherlock and Moriarty situation where they respect each other's methods, but they're often on the opposite sides of the fence? Maybe Sherlock and Moriarty isn't the right comparison, but the dichotomy and chemistry between the two of them is interesting. Not something I was expecting. And again, as we said in an earlier episode, the exact opposite. Parallel but opposite. Perpendicular? Is that? Oh my God. This cat has thrown my ability to think straight completely out the window. But anyway, a similar but inverse situation to Dante and his father. Okay, that's all I've got for today. I got to deal with this cat. I will see you here tomorrow for more of the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, goodbye. Do I say bye? Do I say bye? I love you. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.